Aloha, folks. Today we're going to show you how to build a secure corporate-grade access control system using nothing but the Furpier Hospitality app and a good old Android device. Yep, any of the popular models you've probably got lying around. But first, a quick heads up. For this demo, we're assembling a modest little test rig to simulate access control for a door, using only components that are actually on the market and have survived years of real-world use. No vaporware here. Now, if you're already running a legacy ACS setup managing wired locks like electromagnetic locks, electric strikes, electric deadbolts, drop bolt locks, solenoid locks, electromechanical locks, electric rim locks, electric cabinet locks, motorized latch locks, multi-point electric locks, or surface-mounted electric locks, and doing it through RFID cards, fobs, NFC gadgets, or BLE mobile apps, we've got great news. We're not replacing your setup. We're upgrading it. With Face ID and Guest QR access, your ACS becomes cooler without becoming complicated. Ever wonder who's actually walking through the door with Gary's RFID card? Or whether it's really Sarah holding that NFC phone? Stick around. Let's talk locks. We're in Hawaii. We don't love stress. So to save time and get back to the waves, we're picking a surface mount lock. And no, we're not installing a separate exit button either. The app inside the door handles that just fine. Okay, so we've got our lock. Now what? How do we power it if we're starting from scratch with a plain old door and a basic handle? Running cables through walls? No thanks. That's not very island of us. Here's what we'll do. We'll pull a single cable from a PoE switch up to the top of the door frame. That's it. Everything else goes in a mini junction box tucked above the door next to the lock. Out of sight, out of headache. Since we're powering 3 devices in this setup, we'll drop in a tiny 3-port PoE splitter. To power the lock itself, we'll use a PoE to 12V DC converter. Red wire to the converter's plus terminal. Done. Now, about control. A controller just needs to open or close a circuit on command. Simple. We plug in our relay, hop into its web interface at 192.168.1.2, give it a static IP, set a password, and wire things up. The R wire from the splitter goes to the relay's C terminal. The lock's black wire, since it's fail-safe, goes to NC, normally closed. Easy. For this demo, we're using a classic, a single-channel WebRelay PoE. Why? Because we have only got one door, and it works. Always has. Once wired up, we can click a button in the WebRelay interface and boom, the lock clicks. Satisfying, right? Just saying, if you're planning to buy the Empire State Building and add Face ID entry to every single door, no problem. Just grab a multi-channel relay setup and scale it across your ACS. Trust us. After 30 years in this business, we can confidently say it'll cost way less and match the reliability of big brand systems, no question. By the way, the controller in this demo, it's the same kind used in critical energy infrastructure. This isn't some toy setup. This is real deal reliability. Okay, fun part's over. Back to work. Let's throw in a camera. RTSP naturally. Since we're dealing with an entry point, we're going for a video doorbell form factor. Any RTSP cam will do. Battery powered? Sure, as long as your NVR plays nice. Outdoor? Make sure it's IP65+. For our vintage 90s infrastructure throwback, we'll follow Grandpa's advice and go PoE. Oh, don't forget to set a static IP on your cam or NVR. You'll need it later. Now, time to bring in the conductor, the Furpier Hospitality app. Here's the quick start checklist. 1. Install the app on your Android device. 2. Set it to ACE mode, access control kiosk. 3. Head into settings, pick your video source. We're using RTSP today. Enter your RTSP string and credentials. 6. Test it. It works? Good. 7. Turn on access control mode. 8. Choose WebRelay as your controller. Type in the IP plus port, channel number, or leave blank if it's single channel. And credentials. 10. Hit test. Does it unlock? You're golden. 11. Flip on CCTV mode if you want the intercom style who's at the door view. All done. Smash go and launch the solution. Bonus, install the same for hospitality app on your iPhone, but this time in RAU mode, remote admin utility. That's your control center. Use it to add a QR key and a Face ID key. Keys are in. Time to move in. First, we enter as a guest. Scan the QR. Then we try Face ID, employee style. It all works. We're proud of ourselves. 0 electrocutions and not a single wire maze today. I'm pretty sure sysadmins will forgive us for getting a little sentimental. But yeah, in this very first episode, we're kind of saying goodbye to wired access control systems. Let's leave the cabling to electricians and step into the 21st century world of wireless access. That's it for today. If you like this new format, give us a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Mahalo, friends, and see you soon on the channel.